All right, guys, I think we are kind of going live here, I hope. Oops, trying the camera the wrong way. We'll be starting pretty soon. Running a little behind schedule here. Yeah, just a little behind my normal schedule. Let's see if we're on Facebook. I do this every beginning. This is pre-show. Today I'm not going to be on here extremely long today. I'm going to go over a few things that are changing for my business. All right, guys, I think we are kind of going live. Running a little behind schedule here. Starting soon. My normal schedule. Let's see if we're on Facebook. Turn the volume down. Sorry. I'll be over here on Facebook. I think my moderator is going to be in today. I'm not really sure. It's not a big show today. We're not doing. I'm not really sharing a one app in particular. I'll probably show you a few. It's going to be an okay show. It's going to be interesting because if you have questions, feel free to pop in and ask at any time. But basically, what I'm going to talk about just for a little bit is some of the changes that are going on with my business because I did a complete 180 very recently with what I am doing, and it changes everything. And I found out a lot of information in this process that I need to share with everybody. Some of which you're going to like, some of which you should already know, but probably don't. Or if you do, you just forgot about it because it's been so long since you've probably looked at it. So we're going to go over that in the show tonight. I'm just kind of lollygagging around, giving people time to come in. I normally do start a little early. I'm not really sure what time it is right now. Let's see. Oh, it's 5 minutes till. Uh, while we're waiting for the show to start, I'll talk about another little project I'm doing right now. I've got this little app that I'm putting lot boxes in, full of stuff like multiple sheets. That's things like this. Like here's two Hudson Park twin flat sets, flat sheets, stuff like that. I'm putting it in lot boxes, and I'm pre-making the lot boxes. I was you in the show that we do called Dragon Deals Live Show. You can still come in there and I can fill a box. You just kind of tell me what you want. My employee runs and grabs whatever we can, and we try to fill a box for you live. That's where you get the best deal. But if no one's filling a box, I just come on. I'll talk about some of the lots that I've pre-made. Might show a few that I'm working on, and that'll be it. And then you just buy it from the app anytime you wish. It's very easy. You just push a button and pay. Then you'll get a response from me, which will be you'll get two. Once you've paid, you'll get a shipping notification uh, once the package goes out, and then you'll get a notification from me after I've, physically verified everything, and I know it's at the post office, and I do like an order confirmation, and then your item comes in a few days, so it's a pretty good deal. All right, well, I think we're going to go ahead and do our countdown and get rolling here. I don't know if my moderator's over there in YouTube or not, but like I said, today is not a big deal, so we're going to go ahead and get the ball rolling. All righty, here we are. It is a helpful tips show live stream that we are doing here. Our show today, I'm just going to talk about some changes to my business. If you have any questions, pop in and feel free to ask questions at any time. We'll go through a few other things too. We'll jump around on a few screens. I'm not going to stay on this opening live screen very long. Hold on, things are jumping around on me. Well, that's not where we were supposed to go. Sorry, I was going to take you here. That's the other show. I'm just going to go ahead and take you into this live chat window instead of our opening screen because there's really no real major intro today. I'm not introducing another app. What I'm going to talk to you guys about today is a major change. Go ahead and give you the link. Now, this is a mess. What you're going to see is a mess. keywebco.com. You should be able to just click that, I think. Yeah, there's a line under it. All right, that's keywebco.com. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and open it up too. Let me close out of Facebook. I'm going to show you a few things in here that are a little bit different. Now, actually, it's a lot different. Um, A lot of the items that are here, I just had to do another refund. Yesterday I had a sale I had to refund. Today I did a sale I had to refund. Why? Well, Shopify, if you're looking at the store right now, you see mostly costumes. But let me see if we can get anything besides costume visible. I hope not. I've tried to take it all off the primary page. Yeah, but you can still see items. Um, what you need to do is you go to keywebco.com. You're going to just see a bunch of costumes. Now, all those items are okay to buy or whatever. But what I've done is I had all this AliExpress and global sales. I was making money globally. Yes, I was. I was doing very well. But I was having way too much drama with the amount of time for shipping. I had a customs issue. I had two major chargebacks, like immediately, one right after another for hundreds of dollars, refunds and chargebacks. And it's just been a freaking nightmare, to be honest with you. But I have another fulfillment company that's been awesome. It's all U.S. fulfillment. Well, that changes everything. The days of being able to go to KeyWebco and buy a whole bunch of stuff really cheap of value, that's gone. I mean, that all comes from elsewhere. So everything's U.S. fulfilled. So what I'm doing is there's not going to be a whole lot of things under $10 or around $20. It's going to be all very good, high-end quality stuff. And it'll all get to you from the time you order to your front door in about a week. They say 3 to 5 days. I say a week. I don't believe any company that says 3 to 5 days if I'm not shipping it myself. So I always say a week, but it's supposed to be 3 to 5 days. But if you go look, let's see if it's still all there. It was an hour ago. If you go look at my collections, you have to go hit the menu. Yeah, the collections are here. Let's see if anything's in it. A good category to look at might be cats. Let's see. If there's products in here, then they're not taken down yet. Yeah, all my stuff that I can't fulfill is still in here. All these products, everything you see, there's 7,664, I think. No, 7,464 items that Shopify is supposed to been able to take. It's supposed to be background taking down now for like 3 days, and I'm having orders right and left that I just, as soon as the order comes in, I push cancel or I hit refund because I have canceled AliExpress and I've canceled Orbello, and I'm not going to fill any orders because I've already canceled those things. These listings should have already been taken down. I don't even know why they're visible. I set them not to be. So I had to go in and I had to edit my store. So unless you're actually using the search or looking and you just kind of scroll down the front of my store, all you're going to see is costumes. Because now that's all good. And that's all through the new company. So if you want to take a peek around in there, go ahead. Just don't buy anything unless it's a costume. Because if you do, I'm just simply going to hit refund. Because I am not going to sign back up for a service I just canceled just to fill an order that comes in that you're going to have to wait a month to get. I'm done with that. Unfortunately, that's here. Everywhere else in the world, I've been doing very well. Orders in Russia are arriving very quickly, making quite a bit of money. I've had several orders that were doing well, but most of it has been a nightmare. And all of the big money has been a drama in one way or another. In other words, it's not worth it. I much rather make a microscopic profit on US filled stuff that they get in a week that's all high quality, all good name brand stuff, and I don't have any headache. Of course, I don't make any money either. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. That's why this is such a major change for my business. If you know me, you know that I was huge on eBay. 150 sales a day was my average for years. And why it was so good is because I sold tons and tons and tons of what China was selling, but just sold here and they got it in a few days for a very low price. I cut my margins so small that my prices were almost the same as China. Of course, I couldn't compete with their shipping. Well, see, that was fine for years. Then eBay turned into a product catalog. Well, that's crap. That's all China. But that's where eBay's invested their money too. They're doing similar to what the fulfillment company that I'm using now is. All the stuff is here, and then they just send it out from here because it all comes from there anyway. To be honest with you, even made in the USA is normally just assembled here, guys. Um, so what's changed is instead of me marketing what I've built up a huge market for, of like lower to middle income families, my market has to change. All the lower income stuff gone. Can't do it. There's no money in it. I lose money right and left. So that's all gone. Everything is middle to upper income, but very good prices in that range. In other words, this company makes me almost no profits, but I am able to price well enough that even though it's not cheap, it wouldn't be cheap anyway. Compared to the other products that are identical to it, the price is low to reasonable. I said low to reasonable. Some things are really good, like I beat everybody. Other things are just like everybody else because there's just no margin for anything different. You notice I keep fidgeting and scratching, guys. I'm all broke out in hives. I don't know if you can see that. I broke out today. I don't know why. A reaction to something, probably. All right, so here we go. So, what does all this mean, and where did all this stem from? Why all these changes? If I was making money, even I had drama. It's because I just cannot tolerate the amount of time that it takes these companies to, or the AliExpress and all that, to actually send the item in the first place. After the 3 or 4 days, it's supposed to be 1 or 2 days. It's always 3, 4, 5 days that they finally mail the item out. Even if you pay for advanced, like more expensive shipping, then cut your profit margins, which is fine. I did that on everything. It still takes frickin' forever. And then they don't fill out the customs forms. That has nothing to do with you. You don't even have access to it. They don't fill out the customs forms properly, so stuff gets held. You end up refunding the buyer. Then the buyer, 3 months later, gets their item finally released from customs. Do you get your money? No. You file with them, they don't pay you. They say they will, then you don't get your transfers. It's a nightmare. Arbello was good until they did away with their own. It's never really their own. With the ones that they like were promoted by Arbello or backed. Oh, verified. When I had it with our Orbello verified suppliers, I didn't really have too much trouble. A little bit, but not much. As soon as Orbello did away with that and turned it all over to AliExpress, every single freaking order has been a mess. And that's also when all of the let's buy computers when we steal a credit card stuff started coming in. So you know what? I'm ditching all of that. 7,464 products are scheduled for deletion, but Shopify still hasn't done it. So I've been refunding items right and left because I have no access. As soon as I scheduled it for deletion, I deleted Orbello, AliExpress, all that. I am not. That's it. Nope. Not good enough for my business. So what I've decided to do is not really worry about my product's profit. Now that sounds really bizarre, doesn't it? Well, think about it. If there's no real margins in the products that you're selling to make a living or make a profit, why would you continue to sell products? And a lot. I'm going to have 60,000 products in my store. Almost none of them making me hardly any money at all. Well, the reason I do that is these are quality products and will draw in a lot of views. I have no doubt whatsoever that I will get a lot of views. If you want to check it out, go to keywebco.com and just look at the costumes. That's from the new company, and that's just the basic stuff. I haven't added any other products. Everything else you might see there, if you buy it, it's going to get refunded. But the costumes, that is actually my new supplier. It gets to you like in 7 days. I haven't even changed all of the shipping information or anything. I just did all this. So all those other products, I am just waiting for them to finally freaking take it down. They better hurry up because I can just push a button and then Shopify and move over to BigCommerce. Push another button and move the store over there. It's that easy. When you start over, no matter what you do. But I kind of want to stay where I'm at. I've been on this store site for a long time, on and off, different stores. So here's the deal. Why would I still be selling all these products when there's no money in them, really? I mean, buyers are going to love this because there's no profit margins, really. So the price is basically what they are used to paying, and they'll get it really fast. They'll have anything they want to choose from. The reason I'm doing the products isn't because I plan on making a living off the products, because, like I said, it's pennies on the dollar that you make. It's not worth your time, really. But it will bring a lot of people in to see my store to buy those products or look at those. And if I sell some, great. I also have affiliates. My affiliates will be selling those products also. And then I have to pay them 10%, which basically eats all the profits entirely. But I still want that done because to me, it's about volume of traffic of people coming in, looking at my blogs, watching my shows, listening to my podcast. And that is where I get paid, when they listen to my podcast. I'm approved for all kinds of affiliate stuff, which I will be adding, but none of it in products. All things like, well, I wouldn't be selling websites because I sell websites too. We'll get to that. But the main money that I want to draw from my business that used to be all in products is now to get people to listen to my podcast so my sponsors can pay me. I've built up my YouTube channel so I can get sponsorship from there as well. That's not making me anything yet. I just started. I hardly have anything going there. The biggest one's the podcast. And then the other thing that I do is I build websites, really cool websites, and I don't charge very much to do it. And there's no cost afterwards unless you go pro version, then it's $200 a year. You don't pay me, you pay the company. I teach you how to do it. We do Zooms. It's the deal of a lifetime for most people because what I do and the quality of the stuff that I make is 10 times what I am charging because I like doing it. And I've done a lot of them. So websites, making websites. I like that because that's me working. I make profit. I don't have to buy anything. I'm already paying for the software and all the special little apps I use to build everything. I make your graphics. I do a whole ball of wax for you guys. If you want to check that out, I'm on here just talking about my business. I can take a moment to spam my own video with a link to something I'm doing. Maybe someone will want a website, even though I'm not really in here to try to sell you websites today, guys. But if you want one, I'll give you the link here. We'll drop that link here on Facebook if I'm on there. Here we go. Let's see. Let's drop this link in. http:// thing. It's pretty easy to remember. Key web, not co, site, company, co, dot my strikingly mystrikingly.com. Let's see if this works. And it should have a line under it. Yeah, and it's got the little frowny face. Perfect. All right, so that is where you would get a website. That's the other reason that I have products in my website that isn't even the type that I can make you a Shopify website, but I charge a lot more money. I make strikingly websites. As a matter of fact, my other business is selling lots, like I mentioned earlier. And that one screen that I went to over here, this is for the lot show. Let's go to a different window. Let's do question and answers window. This lets you psych out with the little flashy lights for a few minutes. I'll change that pretty quickly. But if you have any questions and want answers to those questions, this would be a good time to ask. But I don't really see too many people up in here, so we're probably going to move right along. All right, also, this is a time where you can add your business link into the chat if you are watching in this live show or a replay at any time. You're more than welcome to add just a link to your business, not a link to sell one individual item. Go ahead and put the link to your whole store, your Facebook page, your blog, whatever. All right, so let's go on to the teaching here and teach you a few more things. Um, what caused me to do all this? Why the changes? First off, I was not going to have QWebCo associated with that long of a shipping time and drama with the customs. That wasn't my drama. It was the shipping company, but it's my business that that shipping company is through. So that is gone. That is gone, and that was a huge amount of work flushed. And it's a nightmare now because even now, after it's supposed to be all taken down, it's still live in my store. And I've had to do 2 refunds, which is going to piss somebody off, and who knows what kind of feedback I'll get from that. You know what I'm saying? It's all very bad, and it's nothing to do with anything except for I just cannot sell using AliExpress. It's terrible. The other company I have, I don't make any money, but my buyers will be happy. And again, I'm telling you, why am I doing this? Because I sell websites, I have podcasts that I have sponsorship that pay me. That's it. All that work, all these products, and the products will turn a profit. It's just minuscule. But all of that is set up for 2 main goals: for people to see that I sell websites, and that's not even being sold here. That's on my other sites. But the links to go to those other sites are on this page. The other project I have has nothing to do with products or sites or anything else. Let me give you that link. I'm just going to give you links today. Let's see here. Actually, we could make this, well, you know what? I'm just going to go to the page directly and give you the link. It's easier that way. Let's see, which one is it? You can find anything at qwebco.com. Just hit the menu. That's the point of it being there. All right. The other goal, the other thing that I do that does not make me money yet, but it will once I add affiliate links inside all of these, is the apps I make. Now, this is why people like me. They could care less about my business and everything else, but this is why everyone likes me. Because I teach you how to do everything without having to leave. You only have to go to one page. Everything you could want to know is on this page. It's going to load very slowly and crappy because it's not designed for SEO, just an FYI. It is designed to give you all the answers you possibly can need. Now, how this works is you click on that bottom link there, and that will take you to my QWebco apps page. Now, I have only got I don't remember how many are in there right now, but there's 75 more apps I'm creating. They're on my drawing board. I have about 10 ready to go that I'll be adding this next week. Every one of those apps, the little square boxes, microsites are actually what they are. They're embedded microsites, but I call them apps because they work just like them. It's the same thing. Everything in those little boxes, all you have to do when you scroll down, you'll see all those little boxes. There's 2 in each row. When you see a topic that is a question or something you need to know, you just scroll through and you touch the buttons or you touch the image or you watch the video, and each box will work right there on the web page. Now, that doesn't sound that important or impressive, and it's not. It's all very basic stuff. The content in it is what I've learned over 10 years, and I'm quite good at what I do. I don't give you a bunch of bull crap answers. I tell you the truth. So the content is filled with the accurate information that a business actually needs, not the little fantasy crap that you listen to. So it's got good content. But what makes that one page and what kind of my goals for that to generate me money eventually is you don't ever have to have anything but that one page open. And anything you want to do basically will be in one of those little cubes. You just have to know what's in each cube. I'll make a better directory. And those cubes or those apps eventually are going to be the premise of a major book. I will refer to this one page that I'm creating on my own little website here in the future. All this stuff is free. No charges for any of this. But what makes it good is you can have a tab open in your browser with my little app page. And let's say you're listing something, okay? Listing on eBay. Let's say you want to list this vintage brown drip glaze, okay? So you look it up and you get all your information and you're ready to make your listing. You're like, I wonder what the best keywords are. What do you normally do? You go over to another tab and you type in the keyword tool, or you click on your tabs where that tool that you use just for keywords are. So you get your results, you copy paste, you go back to your listing, and you drop that into your description. You change your keywords around. Then you go, oh, wait a minute, I didn't rank those keywords. I just got a list. I need to really know which one's better. What are my competition using? So what would you do? You'd go over to another tab or you'd do another search and you'd look for another tool to do that kind of job. Well, if everything's all on one tab in all these different boxes, all you have to do is scroll down to my little app that says SEO and just go through the pages and literally, as you're building the listing, drop a link to your competitor into its record analysis little box that I have included a free app in there for you to use. All on one page. So instead of having to jump around and edit things at different times and go look up one thing one time, one another, let's say you want to write a blog on the product that you're listing at the same time, all your instructions, your templates, even the tools, if you so ask, I can make you an app that you can include on the page yourself. But even your own individual tools that you would want to use, you can also make those yourself pretty easy in an AdsMe app. But all that is on that one tab on your browser. And all you have to do is find the right box and scroll down to in the box. Each one of those boxes scroll individually. All you have to do is find your answers, get your links. There's also tools that'll do things for you in there. And it is all free. All free. And the answers are researched out. It's not just some random, okay, do a Google search and put a link to a blog you find. I've read and used most of the information in all of that to write the blogs and everything I do on my own. Not all of it is all my blogs either. If I have a good blog that I've written on any of those topics, yes, it's included, but I always make sure I add additional resources like PDFs and all that. So take a look at that app thing at the bottom, that last link that I put up here today. Now let's go back, and I'm going to be done here pretty quick because no one's asking questions. Let's go back, and I'm going to review very quickly a couple things. Oh, hey, Perfect Vines. Let's go back and review a few things, and then I'm probably going to get up off here. Major changes at QWebco.com. Do not buy anything yet except for costumes. Because if you do, I'm just going to refund you. I just had another sale. 2 sales in 2 days. I haven't had 2 sales in a row, at least US sales in a row there for a while. But now that I have taken down all the AliExpress and that China crap, now that I've taken that down, now I'm getting more sales on it, but I am not honoring any of them. I've already removed Doorbello. I've already removed AliExpress from my business. That means even though those products haven't been taken down yet by Shopify, even though they're supposed to be, it won't let me delete them when they're queued for deletion. I've tried. So once they take those all down, the only thing that you'll see remaining for now are costumes. Now the costumes that I have are kind of, I started with costumes because the first thing that I noticed when I signed up for this company that's all US fulfilled, the first thing that I noticed that was quality when I was like, because I was scrolling through their products real quick, like you do. You look at the page, you scroll down real quick to see if anything catches your eye. First thing that caught my eye was the quality of the costumes that they had. Oh, the topic? There's no topic. I am basically just talking about the changes at KeyWebCo. If you have a question as we're going along, just pop in. But it's not much going on. I've pretty much told everyone. So we start. Yeah, bad typing. Basically, what I'm talking to everyone about is the changes. No more AliExpress crap. No more 30 days to get a package, which actually, I say that it was more like 2 weeks, 3 weeks sometimes, and that was horrible. I just couldn't take it. I had drama with chargebacks, all kinds of crap. I'm done with that. I'll go back to my U.S. fulfilled stuff. I don't make very much money that way, but it's good for traffic. And I'm explaining now the product sales. That's good for my affiliates. They can make a little bit of money. Basically, the money that I make by selling the products goes to my affiliates. If they happen to be the one that sells it, they're the one that makes the money. Because I don't really care about the products. The products are just a net to draw people in to buy websites, to listen to my podcast, to join my helpful tips group, help build up my YouTube channel so I can make money there in the future. My business for products is entirely different now. That is at the other site, the keywebco.mystrikingly site. And you'll see lot boxes. I don't sell individual products. If you want sheets, you can just look and buy a lot box of sheets. You want fidget spinners? They're not in there, and I probably won't. By the way, I forgot to mail yours again. He might have mailed it. My employee might have mailed your fidget spinners, but I'm not sure. I have to check. Probably not, because I think I told him not to use your residence address, which is in my phone, because you said it's going to a different address. So I don't think he mailed it. They're ready. I just haven't done it. But fidget spinners, let's say you wanted a whole bunch of them and I had them in a lot, you would find that very easy. Now, I've only got a couple lot boxes ready. There's some listings that look like they're in there. There's nothing for you to buy in there. But there are a couple. So let me give you one, just an example of what I'm going to be doing. These are very, of course, very small, very basic. I'm going to send you to my Dragon Deals Live shop app. Here we go. That should come through. Yes. If you click that, there's only one or two that you can look at. Well, anything that's in there in the when you see the app, you're not going to see the individual lot boxes because I don't have them in there yet. What you're going to do is you're going to click. There's two different sites. One will have a link that says Christmas items. Click that. That actually is a one that actually has lots in it. Click that and you'll get an idea of what it is. Let me just go ahead and show you. Shoot. It's easy enough just to show you guys this stuff in case you don't feel like looking it up. Oh, crap. Well, maybe it's not so easy if I don't put the right address in there, right? I've got so many links, guys. Everything got changed, too, on me. All my Facebook gone. Redid it all. And basically, I'm starting everything over again. Bentley, here we go. There we go. Sorry, it took me forever. All right, this is kind of what it looks like. It's got the little dragon. Now, this, again, is just like my apps. You scroll. That's the Christmas slots one. You just click it. I know it's not very lined up. Now, remember, guys, this is going to load a little bit slow. Now, this is a page in my Shopify store. Let me scroll it down so you can kind of see. Well, you sort of see. See lot CX 4 sets, multicolor lights, 70 lights each set, $18.99. That includes shipping. And then there's some other ones. Now the pictures of them are at the top. Pretty simple, right? Just each product type. And then you just look down and see, oh, okay, that one has 100 lights, 4 sets, clear mini lights. They're $20.99 for all 4 sets mailed to your house. So these are not overly great deals. These are good deals, but these aren't overly great deals. To get the super, let me see if I can find. Hold on. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, I've got to show you guys something. One weird thing about my store. You might want to go, oh, well, let me pick a box. Well, where? There's no box to pick. This is the crappiest thing on Strikingly. I'm writing them about it. I need to change it. I haven't done it yet. You have to hit add to cart. and then you can choose your box. But there's no directions that tell you that. Let me see if I can get that so you can see that. And see, then you would just pick your box. Then you buy it like any other store. So that is actually where $1 million of eBay inventory is now being liquidated. I'm not even doing it in my Strikingly website. I'm not shipping worldwide on it or anything. It's just on my private website through the little app, and you just come in and buy the little lot boxes. Now, there's not much to look at now. I have ceiling to floor, unbelievable numbers of inventory. And I just haven't gotten my employee or myself motivated enough to start making the big lot boxes. But I'm going to have a lot. Uh, the best ones will probably be. Eh, I'm going to have some really good kitchen lots, like kitchen little gadgets for the kitchen appliances, small ones and stuff. Well, I got lots of that. There'll be some good lots value, like you can flip for a real coin. Bedding, it's getting thinned out. A lot of my cotton bedding is already set. I mean, there's people I'm going to be sending that to. And I already sent off a lot. Uh, but I still have tons. Tablecloths. Oh my gosh, I have a whole wall of tablecloths. I'll have hundreds of lots of those. Um, I was just an unbelievable. I don't even want to think about it. So much stuff. Radio control cars and toys and action figures and all that. I'll be having tons of lots of that. And I've got to get that started because my toy lots will probably make quite a few people on eBay a lot of money. Why am I not doing it on eBay? Not enough volume. Remember I told you guys I was a volume seller. Now all that's changed. No volume sales at all. Even my global store changed from volume selling to quality items. Even though normally when you switch from volume selling to quality items, you're making a nice percentage on your quality items. But since I am using USA fulfillment with the ridiculous prices, my profit margins are almost nothing. But they're enough that I can pay the affiliates if they sell something. They'll get their 10%. I might make $1 or two extra, maybe. Some things I won't make anything. Other things I'll make a little bit. But that's okay because it's about the products bringing traffic to people buying websites, listening to my podcasts, reading my blogs, which will have affiliate links. I haven't added all that. Reading my blogs, which will have affiliate links and advertisement in it. That's what the point is. Passive, organic money is what I've always called that. I've done that for years. But it used to be products were huge profit for me, and I would do the little passive organic stuff for fun. Now it's the passive organic that is the primary of my business, and all the products are just to draw in a little income, but mostly traffic. Totally different. That's how a business can go 180 degrees, just like eBay did. It used to be a wonderful selling platform where everyone had a fair chance to sell. Everyone would come up and search. I had a booming business, 150 sales a day. They flipped the switch to the product catalog. I went from 150 sales a day to 64 sales. I was all bitchy. I thought, maybe there's a glitch. Then the next down pale as it goes, no sales. Then a few, one or two. I built that up to about 10, 20 a day. That isn't even worth walking across the street for. All you have to do is have one or two thefts, and I had 5 a day average. Well, for years. When you have 150 sales a day, the 5 thefts a day on eBay don't make any difference. But when 150 sales turns into 10 or 20, those 5 sales a day ruin everything and made eBay completely worthless to me. And it remains that way. Now, eventually, I'll put some used stuff on there, maybe some lots, but I don't really need it. I have my own websites. I just sell my own lots. I have my global store. 60,000 some odd products will be in there by the time I'm done. It's everything any customer of mine that is switching around between stores is going to want. My products are only going to be screwed up for less than a week, I believe. I'm going to give Shopify 1 week to sort it. If they don't sort it, I'll just move to BigCommerce. Whenever it's time to renew, if they don't do it right, I'll close it with a push of a button. I can open a big commerce store. I design websites. I can build my own page in a day. I can have it filled with 60,000 items within a week. So, doesn't matter to me. Then all I switch is keywebco.com from a Shopify domain to a big commerce domain. No big deal. But I probably won't have to do all that. I'm sure they'll take the items down. Whenever they queue that many, they actually have to do some physical work because the it won't queue 7,464 items. It queues it, but it won't actually process that. It'll do a few here and there, and then it'll just stop. And then when a person comes on, they actually mess with the liquid code. I don't want to tell you how they do it because I could do it myself, but you're not supposed to. So that's the thing. When you can build a website from code and you look at these other sites, you're like, oh, I know how they did that. I know how they did that. Well, if I really didn't want to do this, I could just go in there and type this little. But you can't. You really shouldn't do that. Now, you can mess with the liquid code all you want on your Shopify store, but what I'm saying is the code of operations you really shouldn't be screwing around with. And I don't. I don't. I can, but I don't. All right, so hit them. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Hit the like on Facebook and YouTube. Um, all right, so I don't know if that's clear to everyone. Basically, what I'm saying is, I used to make all my money on profit of reselling. I would go to buy something wholesale. Like I think all these came from Macy's. Okay. Or no, wait. I'm not sure where those came from. Probably a bulk order. Must have been a bulk order because these are Hudson Park. Those are only available in New York. Yeah, I bet it was a bulk order. Whatever it was. Huge orders. And then that means that the price I pay is very much less than what you would pay if you were a reseller. Like if you went, well, I don't want to use that example so much, but I'm going to. Let's say you went to a clearance place and you found a pair of those sheets for $25 and you flip them on eBay for 45. Yeah, not very much money in that. When you buy them in wholesale lots, it's everything in the lot is totaled up and then it's just divided by the number of items. So the value that I have assigned to that product is only $10. And I'm selling my stuff in these lots for less than what I paid, sometimes close to half, including the shipping, because I'm trying to empty a warehouse. So instead of sitting around for 20 years trying to get $1 million investment back on eBay, I'm just cutting my losses, not doing a bonfire because I'd be just as happy doing that. But I'm giving an opportunity for other sellers. People want to get super good deals, especially if they need a large number of anything. So I'm going to be making a whole bunch of little lot boxes for everyone to buy. So that's the leftover of value of product in my business. Selling off the investment I've already got to get some money back, empty out my warehouse so I can start a real business back in there again. Then the other value for products is the US fulfilled dropshipping, where I don't make any real profits, but will have a lot of sales and very happy customers. I just don't make much money. That sucks. But it's not about the money on the products now. It's about the traffic that I've built up for products already that I can easily change over from store to store. I do it all the time. So I already have the traffic market for products. That's the parrots going off. Sorry. I already have the traffic market for products. So why waste that? Still provide all awesome products that my customers are going to enjoy. Then I'm going to lose all of my lower income customers though. There's not going to be anything cheap. Nothing's cheap. Nothing. Meaning, like, you can't go get Dollar Tree stuff there in lots at my global store. There's no Dollar Tree stuff there. You see what I'm saying? That used to be half of my inventory was very low cost stuff. Like you would buy a Dollar General or Family Dollar or Walgreens, just the little crappy stores. Now it's all going to be all more like the Hudson Park and up. So it's much, much more posh stuff. But you make very little money on that as a seller. My customers will be great. So that will be good. I'll have happy customers coming in, ordering, getting their stuff within a week. They'll be buying high end stuff that's not going to have damages. It's all US fulfilled. It's all very, very good stuff. The costumes, I started listing those first. Anything else you see at qwebco.com is not available. If you buy it, I will refund you. Only the costumes are available for sale because that's with the new company. The other listings should be taken down. I don't know why they can make it available to be bought when they're queued to be taken down. That really ticks me off. I hate getting a sale that I have to refund because I can't ship it out. I've already canceled Orbello and all that. So no way I can fill that order anyway. So as soon as they get the rest of those listings taken down, then I will have much more than costumes. You will find A to Z, every product you can imagine. I'm going to have 60,000 items in there. And that doesn't include my own brand. And that's the other thing. And we're going to end with that tonight. You can get my brand. Let me just give you the link. Why not? Let's see if I can find it. Pretty bad when you don't even know your own links, right? I used to have it memorized, but let me just look it up real quick. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to just give you the direct link. I have some fancy smancy app link, but I don't feel like looking it up. So I'm just going to give you this. This should work. You should be able to see this. This is Redbubble. Now, that is where my brand is sitting right now. Literally sitting. I don't do any marketing on it. I just wanted to have. Now I own all that images, all that stuff. That is actually official, legal, UPC, all that crap, KeyWebco stuff. But it's not labeled that way because that's an auto fulfill company. By the way, if you do have your own graphics or you have purchased vector files that are commercially licensed, do not screw around with images. If you're going to produce a product, make sure you own that product, guys. I'm telling you, you will go to prison. It's illegal to steal images and make products of them. I can't count how many stores I have gone and looked at, and I see stolen image after stolen image. And they're going to get away with it forever until just one person gets them, and then they're screwed. So don't do that. And it's dishonest. You didn't create it. If you don't create it, don't sell it. Okay? Just honestly, come on, guys. So, but that doesn't mean you have to create everything from scratch. All you have to do, you know what? The easiest thing to start off with, do some simple caricatures. In other words, go on to some place where you can buy a whole sheet of vectors. The images will be small and they'll be like 20 or 30 on a sheet. They're normally line drawings or something very simple. Easter bunnies, witches on brooms, bats, like Halloween decor. Like I said, this isn't going to make you much money, but it'd be good practice. And you can use those individual elements any way you wish. So all you have to do is have a few app programs. You download this whole sheet, you crop it. You do have to have pretty good software because these images can't be little micro images. You can't just do it on your phone and do a screenshot and crop it. You have to have software where you can put it in and blow it up. These are big vector files, so even those little squares are still fairly sized when you chop them down. So you enlarge them, you enhance them, you enlarge them, you get them as big as you can, and then just use a color app or another. Use two images together, merge it, make a shadow image, zigzag your finger across of a smear, and if it comes out as an interesting pattern, make it. Play around with those vector files. It will not take you very long, and even on things like Canva, you will be able to alter those images enough that even if someone else has bought your same vector, which that can happen, you don't own it unless you have like my little Draco the Dragon. I see a few other people producing it out there. I could sue their pants off. I paid lots of money for that license from a very famous artist, guys. Okay. So my lawyers are just chomping at the bit. There's 5 people that are producing that stuff on Etsy. All 5 of them have no license, and they've made a lot of money. When I finally decide to sue them, I will get all the money they have ever made off my product. They've been doing it for a couple years now. If I decide to sue them, I'm telling you, do not steal images because you don't know who might actually really own that. If I was really vindictive, I looked at those little Etsy sellers and they stealing quite a few, but I could see they also had their own line drawings and stuff they were doing. So I was nice. I decided I'll just let it go. Plus they're not doing a very good job of duplicating it. so so I'm letting it go. But I'm telling you, there's someone like me out there that owns every image out there in one way or another. And if they don't, you should think that they do. So don't steal images. I have to harp on that because I've seen people get ruined doing that stuff. And it's just stealing. You don't want to do that. But you can buy something and adapt it. You can get a. I have done this once and I didn't even publish the item. There was a really good line drawing of a dragon, and it was public domain image, but not for commercial use. Well, I screenshotted it and I changed it a whole bunch. I added a whole bunch of stuff and I made this really awesome shirt. But I never produced it because in my mind I knew, you know what? That primary image is not mine. So I'm telling you, you can do it and get away with it, but inside you should know better. And eventually you will get busted doing those kind of things. So don't do that. You can read all about that at Merch Services and all the other places where you produce products. But Redbubble, all you have to do, you can just go out in your front yard and take a picture of a rose. That's your image. That's your copyright, so to speak. Now, of course, those aren't licensed vectors, but that's not available online except for in your camera. And then when you put it on Redbubble, you've got a rose t-shirt. Well, that's the kind of company that you can make your own brand with, but you're not going to make any money again. Remember, I told you, they fill the order they do. It's all automated. You're just uploading images and you sit back and get a couple dollars. Well, I own all those vectors and everything. So what I'm going to do is on my Shopify, I had done this years ago. I will re-upload all of my licensed products on Shopify, and I will actually release my own brand again. The problem with it is I don't think that I can use Printful fulfillment on eBay, but I can on Etsy. I'm actually approved to use Printful on Etsy. So I may just do that because that's a way for me to release my brand again. But that's another story. All right, so I kind of filled you in what's going on with the Key Webco thing. Right now, it's just a bunch of cool costumes. Nothing coming from China. Global sales are going to die out because everything's coming from the U.S. and it's ridiculously expensive to ship from the U.S. anywhere else. So, of course, that's why we get no global money coming in here. So all my global sales are going to peter out. Now, I will still sell some stuff globally. There's a $25 charge for anything you buy global. I just have a flat global fee. I'm very particular about which items I will be adding that you'll be able to buy. Because if some of the items that I have cost $50 to send globally, I don't do it. The U.S. fulfilled companies do, but they charge $50 frickin' dollars to do it. Exact same item that I used to sell coming from AliExpress, $7.50. $50 to send from the U.S. anywhere else. From anywhere else in the world, basically, $7.50. It's ridiculous, right? All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening right along and on and on. A little bit about e-commerce today. Mostly, I was just talking about my Key Webco. A lot of changes. One thing I do want to advise you, if you are selling any brands, new or used, write a letter to that brand and tell them that you're going to be selling, or ask them if you can sell their items. Yes, you heard me correct. new or used. That is a future topic for discussion. I hope you enjoyed listening to me rattle on and on today. I'll be on tomorrow. I should be on tomorrow. I'm going to pop in very quickly at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If there is anyone in here that wants me to fill a box live and save a huge amount of money, I will do that. If not, I'll just mention a few lots that I should have pictures of by tomorrow, and then the show is over. I will be back on again on Thursday. I again do not know my topic. I am overworked. Unbelievable. I actually listed 890 costumes just before I started my show. And that's hard to do when you have to do them one at a time because the other listings aren't taken down yet. But I got it done. There are more costumes that I can import, but basically there's about 1,000 different costumes. Each product category that I will have approximately 1,000 to 2,000 choices for each product type. What I will be carrying is I'm starting with costumes, and it'll be all clothing: men's, women's, boys, and girls. Obviously, I'm starting with the fashion because that's the hardest pain in the butt to organize in a store. So we're starting with all the clothes. After the clothes are done, which hopefully we can do quickly because I hate clothes. After the clothes are done, I'm going immediately into drones, radio control cars, and toys because that's my biggest market, guys. That's what I'm really known for. Um, and there will be a lot of toys. That'll probably be my biggest department. Then it will be bags, purses, handbags, and shoes. Again, kind of back into the clothes thing again. And then it'll be housewares and kitchen stuff. Basically the same model that I had on eBay because I know all of those products extremely well. So that's what you're going to see. Then you're going to see some novelty stuff. No dildos or vaginas. I promise you guys. I was going to do that. I was going to do a little back room where you could do the little sex thing. You'd have to show your ID, and you literally would. You have to scan your ID in, and then it lets you into the room, and then you can see all the sex stuff because there's real money in that, guys. It's stupid for me not to do it, but I just don't want to do it, and my mom doesn't want me to do it either. That's not the reason. I didn't want to do it in the first place, and I started crunching the numbers, and I could make a bunch of money. Remember, I told you this is from the same U.S. fulfilled company too, by the way, guys. So mm, there's not too many sex shops that are USA fulfilled. They're all coming from China. I know that's messed up, but I look at the numbers and there's a huge opportunity. So if you don't have any restrictions on you, you can't use PayPal. You'd have to have third party processing and all that. But if you are looking to do that, that is actually quite a good way to make money. But I just couldn't do it. I debated about it. I decided to do it. Then I talked myself out of it. And then finally I just said, nah, but I'm not going to do it. So there won't be a back room. There will be a few somewhat risque costumes. They're not considered adult, but I was looking at some of the costumes I imported today, and some of them are kind of pretty adult themed, but there's no you know, boobs hanging out or anything like that, like you would find in the sex kind of online shop. So I'm not going to do that. I was going to because I can make real money. But remember, I told you it's about the traffic coming to my store. It's not the products that I'm selling. The products that I'm selling bring the traffic in. And then while they're there, they'll go, oh my gosh, look, this guy with all this cool stuff, he has websites that he makes. What does he charge? My gosh, look, Mabel, I just got through paying $600. He's only charging $225. And look at his site compared to what we just got. Do you know how many calls a day I get like that? Hardly any of them follow through. That's what drives me nuts, guys. I do not understand this. You take the time to contact someone, tell them that you like their website, you want it, show them what you just got through paying for that's no good. You take the advice to fix up what you've already got, because I'll tell you how to try to make it a little better. But then you never follow through with getting a new site. I mean, it happens over and over. I had two of those today. I don't mind because I like talking about building websites, but it would be nice if some people would just get more than the freebie stuff and actually follow through. All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. Did I do my time? I have a certain amount of time. Yeah, 58 minutes. almost to the clock. I know exactly when an hour is. All right, guys, I'm going to show you a few more things before I final credit you. Let's show you something fun. What's something I haven't shown you guys in a while? I could show you about my show, but I've already talked about that. Guys, you might be interested in this. Let's see if there's a background noise on this one. No, it doesn't have a background noise. I just didn't know if it did. Now, this is a horrible video. This would be actually considered an extremely good video on Tokyo. An advertisement, to me, it just gives me a headache. But what we're looking at is the daily edition. The daily edition is something that you guys, oh, that is really getting on my nerves. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to a chat window because that is getting on my nerves. But that is actually considered good advertisement in Tokyo. But what that was, that spastic box thing, was the daily edition. You guys can do that yourself. Of course, all you have to do is go to my app page. Hey, guys. All you have to do is go to my app page, which is in one of those links. These links I'm giving you, especially that app link that's up there, it's really important. But what that was, I'm not going to put the URL. I'm just going to type it so you know what it was. I don't know. It may work like this. No, there's no line underneath it. Well, you could try to click that. But that is, and they have a free and a paid. Now, I have paid, but I'm going to cancel the paid. It's just for ads in there. I don't really need the ads in there. But you can do that for free. And what that will do is, for example, I have an RSS feed for my podcast. Okay. Let's say you like my podcast. So you write me and say, hey, what's the RSS for your podcast? And I give it to you. You drop that RSS feed into that paper LI, and anytime I do a podcast, it's going to feed to your paper. You go to Food Network. You click the little 3 lines. It's their RSS feed. You grab that link. You drop it into your paper LI. All the new Food Network stuff automatically appears in your paper every day. You do your Twitter account, certain hashtags that you want to appear, posts of yours, pops into your paper LI. It automatically makes you new content every 24 hours. I have done it for years, guys. Years. I don't even think they bill me anymore for it. Okay, I'm supposed to pay $10 a month. I don't think I've paid for it in a couple of years because they gave me some free bonus thing years ago, and I don't think they ever decided to charge me again. I even wrote about it. Yeah, they didn't seem very concerned. But I'm telling you, free or paid, they may have taken off the charge for me, but I don't know. Free or paid, Paper LI will work for you, and it's very easy. You just set up some feeds. I have hundreds, at least, well, I can't say hundreds, over 100. I know over 100 sellers almost every day use my feeds from Paper. See, it makes its own feed from all the feeds brought to it. And that's the advantage. So what is the point of all that? Remember how I was talking about the point of my new KeyWebCo store isn't the product profit. It's the draw from those products. So they see I make websites. So they see I do podcasts. So they see I have a YouTube channel, among the affiliate things and a lot of other things that you don't notice. So that's the point, not the product. Okay. Same thing with Paper LI. Think of all the work you do, sharing a post, marketing a post, sharing an item, marketing an item. Well, you can have feeds of all that work you do correlate into a paper, and then that paper itself become another feed that you can send out, and people will actually subscribe and start sharing your stuff automatically just by clicking a button. So what you can do is you set up your Paper LI to get all this content, just like I have all those items that I'm going to be adding. Because items in Google search, I can manipulate very well. I'm real good at that. So I get traffic from people finding my items. Most people get traffic from their content. I get it from both. But I'm really good at getting traffic from items. So because I'm good at that, I need lots of items. Most people are just the opposite. Most people send out items right and left and they don't get any traffic because they don't have any content. Well, Paper LI can assist you with that. You can do something like attach it to mine, suck off my feeds, suck off other people's feeds that are good professionals. You get their good quality content. Try to pick people that aren't too spammy, and you get that into your own paper, and then people start sharing that. And just like I'm using products that I'm good at using to draw people in, you can use Paper LI to do content, and you can use other people's skills at content to draw people into your pages. All right, well, that's my little tip for the day. We're going to end up with the final credits. I look forward to seeing everyone again tomorrow. Thank you. Well, we have quite a few people in here, but thank you everyone for hopping in. If you ever have any questions, send me a private message. Join the Helpful Tips group on Facebook. All of my Facebook pages have basically been redone. You can find at Key Webco Global. Be very careful. Unless if you go to one of my pages, you'll see a little post and I give you a list of 6 pages. I have 18 pages out there that are not mine anymore. Hacker got them. Facebook has been taking a few down. I still seeing them up there. So understand that if you see me in a stream, chances are it's real. If you see a video of mine and it doesn't have keywebco.com or facebook.com as the ULR, it has some numbers and some funky stuff. Don't open that. Hackers are everywhere. I just saw another friend of mine got hacked the other day, and then I saw 2 more yesterday. And the day before that, I saw a couple. So the hacker thing is a real problem. I lost 18 pages due to a hacker. 15,000 followers on one page, 18,000 on another, 5,000 on another, all of that gone. I've got 20 and 30 followers. Got one page with like 100 on it now. So basically, I'm going from thousands all over again because of a hacker. That's not good. But Facebook is just one small part, big small part. It's important, but it is just one small part of a much larger network that I've built, and I don't have any trouble anywhere else. My biggest traffic has always been Twitter. Always been since day one. It's well, I do pretty dang good on Instagram, but honestly, Twitter, I have just got massive traffic. I've been doing it for years. So as long as one of my platforms is good, the other ones will build up accordingly. So it might be another 2 years before I'm back at the numbers that I had just a few days ago. So do follow my pages. Go check it around. Make sure that you look at the list and only go to the right pages. The other ones should be getting a little more difficult to find. All right, guys, have a great evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I will see everyone tomorrow about 1 o'clock. If you want me to fill a box, send me a private message. Tell me some things you're interested in, or just pop in the show and say, hey, do you have any sheets? And I'll hold up a few. If you want them, we'll throw them in a box. We'll get them to you real cheap. All right, guys, have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to everyone again soon.